I didn't start writing. I'd never written a screenplay or even considered it till I was 27. I read law, I was a miserable solicitor, and I always knew I wanted to write, but I thought I was going to write a novel or something like that once I actually got the bottle to quit law and do it. And then when I did quit law, I went and got a part-time job at BBC, and I wrote this pilot, and as soon as the words of dialogue were popping up on the page, I was like, yes, this is it. This is what I've been missing all my life. And that was me. And I won the competition, I got an agent, got started. So it took a minute to even try, but once I found screenwriting, that was it. I begin by thinking that I can't do it and feeling quite phobic about it, and not usually, but say 3 girls, I said no to it initially. I think I feel quite overwhelmed at the beginning, which is probably good. I think like fear is a good place to start, because then you're not assuming you know everything. You're not assuming you know anything. So my process is fear, turning it down, being persuaded to do it, and then just dissolving into it for years and years. And Sue Hogg, the executive producer I'd worked with on The C Word, and she and Philippa Lothar, the director, and Simon Lewis had all made 5 Daughters a couple of years earlier, which for me was just the absolute, that's what I aspired to achieve in my own career, just writing something as truthful and as good as that. So I wanted so badly to do it, or to have done it, but obviously I was apprehensive about doing it because of the subject matter. You know, I'm just the same as everyone else. It's the subject that nobody wanted to look at and everyone wanted to turn away from. But I couldn't bear to do it, and then I just knew I had to do it. And once I committed to it, then it was an excellent experience. If you're writing an episode, then it's like colouring in a great way. You just have to demonstrate that you are the best colour-inner they've ever had, and you've got quite clear parameters, and it's just a great place to learn skills, and I loved writing episodes. I think I had a sort of guide, like I knew what was in episode, I knew what was going to be in episode 1 in terms of, right, that's what happened, episode 2 is the police, episode 3 is the courts, and then with that, so I kind of knew that was enough. You know, there comes a point where you have to start organising your material, but it's just the way I've always been, even before I discovered writing. You can hear you know a good story or something emotional or something funny when you hear it. So that is a sort of automatic sorting process in my mind. And then I hate to credit my law degree and my background as a solicitor with anything, but it was quite handy because there was so much material to get through. And it was like, it felt like a bit of investigative journalism at times as well. So there was never the sense of, oh, I'm getting lost in the research, because this programme wouldn't have had anything to offer if I hadn't like gone that deep into it. It's good to get your stuff noticed by somebody, say like a BBC Writers' Room competition or any kind of thing, so then you can go to an agent and be like, look, somebody said my stuff is good. And also I wouldn't be too precious about, I've got an idea about blah, I'm going to try and get this made. I was just like, wicked, get me a job. I'll be episode 3 girl, I'll be episode 5 girl. You learn loads, you meet loads of people, you can make a living doing that.